produced by Arsenal, which isn't all the time. It's Vinicius Junior. Brazil, of course, I'm sure you don't need the identification in their famous yellow and blue with the white socks. Ryan, the hero from Norway, no doubt about it, their goalkeeper, Orjan Milan, their oldest ever World Cup player at 35. He did have spells with Aston Villa, Norwich, Bournemouth and Reading in England. Ryan looks a little bit bemused. The flag goes up. Seems to be a hand, wasn't there? Wow, anyway.
Just trying to work through here and figure out why the substitutions, assuming neither of them are injured. Sorlat was doing such a good job on this right side for Norway, just pinning Douglas Santos. And they were able to get out of pressure anytime they were under. They could just ping it to him, he would hold it, and they could get out of pressure.
Here's Oscar Bob's first involvement. On the strike side, gets a little reminder and welcome to the game from Douglas Santos. It's the coaches who have to make the big calls. Some even work. Here's Aya. All the towns and cities in Norway, this game kicked off at 10 o'clock at night, Norwegian time. All the kids stayed up, and it's still light, it's light all the time.
I was going to say, somebody hasn't got down.
Yeah, maybe hard to see those big screens in Oslo and Stavanger and Bergen and Trondheim, and all places north into the Arctic Circle. Berg, with a good piece of work, and thinks why not? But he found, well, beyond Rosie.
It's been so easy throughout the afternoon for Norway to get into these attacking positions. The Brazilian front four in particular have not put in the requisite effort to defend them, so they've done a good job picking them apart. Ultimately, the final product has lacked, but again, very easy for Norway to get into the attacking third.
Miscue really by Kizero. Berg one ahead of Berg. Getting through a lot of work in that midfield. He's become a starter at this World Cup. He's kind of forced his way in. Odegaard again. Big chance for him in the first half. Now Bob. He's come back from a broken leg in recent times in his career. Bit early to be talking about it, but here's something Norway have never ever. Been changed for 5.5 years now. His playing career ended when he had a heart attack on the training ground and was revived on the scene during his time at Copenhagen. So it's Bob. Looking in tight spaces, a bit too tight in the end.
Alla byggbolag, det är så att alla
Look for quick breaks, because they've got the kind of players who can affect those quick breaks. There's one of them around the ball
I can
now.
dunk on your head every day.
High press going on from the Norwegians. And got it back again as well. Brazil are having to spend an awful lot of time without the ball in this game.
And that will absolutely wear you out on a day like today, Ian. Maybe not in the first 45, 50, 55 minutes, but as you get deeper into the match, absolutely will. Now, Carlo Ancelotti has a lot of options on the bench that he can bring in, especially attacking options if these guys tire back. Norway, a very mature performance so far. And then the question for them is, with all this possession and the ease with which they're getting into the Brazilian attacking third, how much risk do they want to take in pushing numbers forward? Knowing that Brazil are happy to sit in a little bit.
The danger for Norway has been caught by a sucker punch. So I think the battle lines are drawn here.
And no matter what Brazil might have thought this game was going to look like when it started, the reality is Norway had pushed them back and deep into their own end. And so they don't have a choice but to defend. And again, that front four is not accustomed to defending and running and sprinting and chasing.
Ooh, what a pass.
Like this, it's very easy for Norway to receive it and face forward.
Volta here with the cross. Nobody on that near post at all. You need to make better use of that. And Hagen likewise really with the careless ball into touch from the Bologna defender. So much expectation always with Brazil. Shagara taking the place of Musa for this second half.
Hoppa,
Vinicius.
hoppa, 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 Vinny Junior, Vinny Junior, Vinny.
Can he finish it now? Still kicking and it just did come up finish this last.
It's a goal kick.
Is that going to change?
Well, this is really good from the referee Ismail Alpha. You see the ease with which Vinny drives by these defenders. This ball comes off the defender, then hits Vinny, but he's out of bounds already here. And I think the referee should actually lean on the side of giving a corner because you are allowed to then give a goal kick if it was wrong.
I think he knew what had happened and had a smile on his face.
Cunha Bruno, Cunha Bruno, Cunha Bruno, Cunha Bruno. Cunha Bruno, Cunha Bruno. Cunha, 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 Cunha. Hoppa. Cunha, 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 Cunha. Cunha Bruno, Cunha Bruno.
Looking for living near
One more clot. Nobody got that shit.
In the last game, Brazil had 39 crosses in the end against Japan. It was the most.
They're not losing. They were losing in the Japan game, and that was how they realized that they were going to create chances. But I'm a little surprised they haven't taken
39
more
crosses versus Japan. Damn, that was a
Norway,
lot.
of course, a more physically imposing team than Japan, but I just thought that might be something that they would consider.
Scan the QR code on the screen to vote for the Michelob Ultra Superior Player of the Match.
Sasa.
That may well be yet to be decided. It's goalless, but it's intriguing. Norway thought they had a good team. We're seeing they have got a good team.
Norway thought, dude, they have a good team. Nigga, what the fuck is the commentator talking about? Norway thought they had a good team. They have a good team.
Little bit of movement.
Nigga.
Ball back again.
That's a throwing Brazil. Brazil. Damn, nigga eating a pizza. Chris Rock is eating a pizza.
Better teams are able to play more aggressive against them. With Erling Haaland on the field, you just cannot switch off for 1 second and open the back of your net.
Down and just watching Chris up there. Coming in with Hungary. So they're going to sit on a feast there, didn't they?
He lives a good life. No doubt about that.
Egan here for the Norwegians. Can they turn all this this possession into something on the score sheet.
Into something on the score sheet, I guess so, I guess not. Who knows?
Brazil quite frequently with everybody behind the ball. Half-time substitute, Schelder up.
Just throwing for Norway. Woo-wee! Woo-wee!
Brazil change.
Woo-wee!
On the way, Endrick.
Woo-wee is coming in! Cunha, get the fuck out! You didn't do shit! Get the fuck out! Go back to Manchester United, you didn't do shit! Get the fuck out! Hendrik! Let's go, Hendrik! Show them! Show them!
It's a relatively quiet day for Mateus Cunha, but he of course drew the penalty that should be the difference right now in the match. Hendrik came in their Japan game, played centrally through the middle. And that's what he'll do here as well, I would assume.
Julian Riasson. Odegaard from the reverse. Brazil break it out straight away. They're thinking
Kendrick! Oh my god! Whoa! Whoa! No! 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 How do you miss that? Kendrick! Why you messing my prize pick, man? Oh my god. Why you fucking my prize pick, man? How do you miss that? The last touch. Oh my god, how do you miss that, Kendrick? How? Jesus Christ. Oh, how do you miss that? How do you miss that, Kendrick? Not Kendrick, Hendrik. How do you fucking miss that? Oh my god, my prize pick.
none bigger than that.
And another millions of kids watching at home too, including my own kids.
Shut the fuck up.
You need to work on your weaker foot. The best in the world, even Lionel Messi has the best left foot arguably of all time. He scores a lot of goals with his right foot too. And he was so reluctant and reticent to get it on his right foot, which would have
Bro, this commentator just stop bullshit. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, dude. Damn.
How costly might that be?
There we go.
Gabriel.
Hop up. Hop up. Punish. Punishment. Woo-wee. Woo-wee. Ooh, ooh. Bro.
Ran into a yellow wall in the end.
I'm supporting the team back and forth. The one that goes to score. Because none of them are my team here.
That would be quite something coming after our game on Fox. Some talk of changing the kickoff.
Hendrik again.
This is gonna happen.
Hendrik again. Hendrik. Bullet. Corner kick.
Danny Jr. just looked at with his arms up and said, what are you doing? I'm standing here 1v1, but you have to like the endeavor.
Wasn't very happy with how raw he was, and almost was advising the other players not to give him the ball. So he had a tough start at Real Madrid, and of course it changed pretty dramatically in the end. The Brazil corner kick. Nia got a good punch to it. Made in by Douglas Santos.
Ooh.
And Nia made another good save. He really had to change direction there.
Who shot that shit?
Anyway.
Yeah, I think he saw it late. It looked like it deflected. We'll get another look at it. He really had a lot to do there. Either deflected or just couldn't see it. Brazil starting to turn on the pressure a little bit now.
Just coming out of a shell. Vinicius. last year like he wasn't there. Those two did face each other in the Champions League final a couple of years back. Casemiro to the back post.
What?
Denied again by a brilliant piece of work.
Offside.
Flag was up though. Flag was up.
Offside.
Wouldn't have counted it. Nobody didn't know that.
Well, it's an excellent save in the end. It didn't matter. Casemiro just waits a second too long. He wants to hit it first time, and he waits. And that just allowed them to stray outside. And what a save this is.
And what a save this is. He saved that ball. Here, I'm gonna show you how he did it. Like this. And what a save this is. And then again, this was the other save. And then again, this was the other save. Like that. Ouch. Fuck, that's painful. Shit, why did I do that? Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Why did I do that? Ow.
Position. I think that's just because probably Wilson only had about an hour in his legs after his injury.
Well, Vinny Jr. also starting to come to life too, so you need some fresh legs there.
The other thing to think about here is when does Rafinha come on? If at all, maybe he's got a quarter of an hour or something like that. That could change things. Arsenal's towards Haaland.
Well, importantly, and you said it before the game, Pakata is not dressed for the match, meaning he has no chance of playing, obviously, and we weren't sure with Rafinha, but clearly if he's on the bench, then he's eligible to be used, so we may see him.
This is junior. That's not an ordinary kind of job.
Nor is it a fun job.
Probably not, no. Wasn't selected for 2.5 years until earlier this month. Or last month, I should say. Got ready for this World Cup. Now Berg. Volta wide. Schelder up.
I think at some point, Schelder up and or Oscar Bob should take a chance and clip some balls into the box. Erling Haaland is playing 1v1 with Gabriel.
Shadrap's ball in. Oh, he nearly dropped for Haaland. You could see his frustration there. Just a little deflection took it away from him.
Yeah, and right on cue here. Just a dangerous little ball into the area. Alisson gets his hand on it. Nearly falls to the waiting Erling Haaland. And both of them glad to see that go out for a corner kick.
Could have bounced anywhere, that one really. It is a Norwegian corner. Tension rising here in New Jersey. Near things, no goals, not yet.
Whew. Damn, niggas. Oh!
Again.
How did he get that ball? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, knee. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Getting plenty of success with Schober up on that side. Much involved since he came on. Bob with a nice
Uh-oh!
turn. Crossover.
Why? Why, Haaland?
She's in that.
This is how he did it. He slide like this. Watch. Like this.
Oscar Bob does a great job sliding the ball, roll across and slides it
Like
in
that.
for iron. What a center back. Outside of the right.
That's how he did it. Oh my god.
To a diving Erling Haaland and stretch just can't get there.
Whoa. That's a rueful smile, I'd say, from Erling Haaland.
Martinelli's off.
Neymar being introduced. Graham comes off as
Neymar Jr. Neymar Jr. What do?
Neymar, who has never played beyond the quarter-final in his 3 World Cups before this. big reception for him, of course. He's only played 4
Neymar Jr. Neymar Jr. Neymar.
And Brazil with chances, particularly this one by Endrick, but it's
Neymar Jr.
goalless.
Neymar Jr. Neymar Jr. Neymar Jr. Neymar Jr.
Or local businesses.
That's the new word.
Oh my goodness.
For the community. Because when local businesses thrive, the community also thrives. Bank of America champions everyone who dares to ask, what would you like the power to do?
Powerade has 50% more electrolytes than the leading sports drink. And Powerade is the official sports drink of FIFA World Cup. Power your legacy with Powerade.
Who needs Dove Clinical Plus Care? The girls that blow dry sweat, hot flash sweat, left on red sweat. Get skin softening, serum infused power, plus 24/7 clinical protection. Dove Clinical Plus Care is care that gets sweat. Verizon Business, FIFA, World Cup, 16 stadiums, 3 countries, and the whole planet watching? Of course, we'll take it from here.
This is the biggest, most technologically complex.
Haaland slide.
We'll start with private 5G networks, 80,000 miles of fiber, and end-to-end security. Check.
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 It's game time. Who's out next?
If we can do this for the FIFA World Cup, imagine what we can do for your business.
Welcome back, Ian Belk alongside Landon Donovan as Brazil face Norway in one of the standout ties in this round of the World Cup. Could have been goals. Haaland has been pretty close in the last 5 minutes before the break. Neymar is on. Is it written in the stars for him today? You do wonder, don't you? Something's got to give, you feel here.
What a story that would be. These Brazilian fans would go absolutely crazy if he were to score.
There was a debate about whether it even
Neymar Jr.
He had a knee operation, got a calf
Neymar Jr.
before the World Cup, which
Neymar
has
Jr.
limited his involvement so far. He's back in the Brazil squad after 3 years away. Carlo Ancelotti with implicit belief in his quality, even at the age of 34.
Motufa. Neymar Jr. Neymar Jr. Essa mínima essa mínima somos Neymar.
Vinny Jr. wide on right, so they're going to really overload this side of the field with quality and energy with the fresh legs in.
He's a dynamic player, Danilo Santos, who plays for Botafogo. Might be a little...
Que essa mínima Neymar Jr. Neymar Jr. is on the field.
And the knock-on effect of that is they moved Hendrick over to the right side.
Bomba clap.
Zayed's very good-looking cross that nearly provided that.
Woo-wee.
Haaland, now then.
Woo-wee.
Haaland. And mob-handed, Brazil crowd him out. You won't have forgotten that the US v Belgium round of 16 is tomorrow on Fox. Coverage 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. For all the build-up and of course the game itself.
Que essa mínima somos Neymar Jr.
Strong Steve Holden. Fancy the US chances. The Balogun thing's a bit of a controversy. policy. He can now play in the game. The ban is, what is it they're saying? Suspended.
Suspended, not rescinded.
What's your view? Belgium don't like it, do they? Clearly.
Well, no, neither should they. But objectively, if they looked at that play objectively, they would say, okay, it wasn't a red card now.
Nice.
Unprecedented
Give it to Neymar.
tournament for FIFA to suspend
Look for Neymar.
a red card like that. They have done it in qualifiers so people don't miss the World Cup. It's clearly controversial. As a U.S. fan, of course, I love it. And our team
What?
with Balogun in the lineup, so
Yeah, I think it's the optics, isn't it?
sure.
Yeah, it's the optics. So that debate will rage on.
Is that Toby Maguire? Hey, Toby's in the field.
Been done yet, and so people are upset.
He wants to be around this World Cup. I think it's been very heartwarming to see just how many people have got into the game. Everywhere you go, I went and saw a lot of office workers having their lunch the other day. They were discussing what was going to happen in Group G. Never seen that before.
I played golf with guys on Friday and Saturday, and all of a sudden they're all experts on soccer.
Here's Neymar.
Neymar Jr.
Football brain working overtime. Vinicius. Laid off Bruno Guimaraes. Danilo. Blocked by Volta. Now Casemiro. Just one mistake or one moment of instant.
Woo! They're fighting. There we go.
Bob. So Auschnester is outside, goes the other way, asked a bit of Erdegaard. He kept it alive though.
Oh yeah.
Shelter up.
Oh yeah.
Inside.
Oh!
And Alisson
What a save by Alisson.
to keep it away.
This is so good from Erling Haaland. We don't see it yet, but as the ball comes up, and he just uses his body so well against Gabriel. It falls down to Norway in the midfield. And they end up creating a big chance there for Sheldon.
Good save from Alisson, whose father and grandfather were goalkeepers as well. Looks like the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Uh-oh. Damn, Norway is playing some slick football.
Odegaard. At times he's run the game in that midfield today. Christopher Ayer. Shepherd's in quite a lot of
Shit.
Marquinhos is in the right place as he so often is. Inside the quarterfinals. Norway have never played a bigger game than this in their history. I'm sure all their fans watching will be proud to see how their team are performing against the might of Brazil. Would have been unthinkable in days gone by, for sure. Now this is a special generation they've got. No question, Carlo Ancelotti paying anyhow, anyway.
Yeah, just ask Argentina.
Yeah. Sometimes has to be. You go all the way with this shot here to
There, the two.
Kilo. You can see the bells ringing every time Haaland gets anywhere near the ball. Ederson, who was the latest addition to the squad after the injury to Wesley that ruled him out. It's like he's going to come on. Atalanta player who, as we read, is on his way to Manchester United. That's the latest idea from Ancelotti. moment he would love back again to have another go at it. Having a good World Cup, though, that aside.
Yeah, fantastic World Cup, but sadly, this is what will be remembered if Brazil are not able to prevail today.
Well, there's always an inquest every time Brazil go out of a World Cup. And it might be a very deep inquest about the way they've gone about it here, playing on the counter, which is kind of against their natural instincts. But it's the way they've chosen to attack the job. Shelled her up. He's been busy since the count. Haaland!
Haaland! Golazo! Golazo!
A shining!
Yeah! Haaland! 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 Golazo! Haaland! 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 Haaland!
It was
Haaland!
irritable. Erling Haaland yet again scoring
Let's go!
for the 14th
Oh my
consecutive
God.
competitive game for his country.
Haaland, I hate you, but just because of Martin, I
Well,
gotta
Ian,
support
he
you,
says,
man.
who
You're forcing
cares
me.
if I don't touch the ball
I
much
don't
in the
hate you
game?
like that.
Give me one chance.
I don't hate you
Just
like
like
that.
Harry Kane. Shocking defending from Endrick. Just gets to glide by him. Gabriel watching the ball. Erling Haaland cuts in front of him. Shelderup knows where to put it. And as we know, when it lands there on that man's head, there's only one outcome. 1-0 Norway.
Even when that ball was in the air on its way, you knew what was about to happen, and it did.
Golazo Haaland!
He's only touched the ball 21 times. He's scored. Football royalty, Erling Haaland.
Erling Haaland! Erling Haaland!
It's not the goal, but it's going to knock Brazil out of the World Cup. What have they got now?
You said it, Ian. They're playing with fire, and it just felt in the last few minutes that Norway were turning it on a bit. And over in this knockout round so far, the 32s, now the 16s, the team that has applied themselves and tried to go make the game and win the game has more often than not been rewarded. Brazil just sort of sleepwalking through the game at times.
Well, Ancelotti in his career has been a lucky general. It hasn't happened by luck, of course, but it's often seen that way. Needs something now. Brazil, is it going to happen again to them? Knocked out the last 5 World Cups by European teams. Here's another one. They trail with the clock now into the last 10 minutes of normal time.
Whichever team Speedy is supporting, that's the team that's won.
Thousands and thousands and thousands of Brazil fans here
Speedy is supporting
all
Brazil.
around their home country with those worried faces, unless his team can come up with the ball. Has to just overshadow a part of the quadrant. That's why he had to move it. Neymar with a corner kick in. It's going to be another corner.
You know, Ian, I talked about that front four of Brazil just not really defending well or wanting to defend. Endrick just throws his leg at Shelderup, has no interest in defending, and ultimately it leads to the assist that leads to the goal.
Here's the next corner kick. Well, they've come back before in this World Cup. Haaland back helping out his defence as well, as he will have to do. Here's Neymar. Could he do it one more time? Can he roll back the years?
Typical Neymar! Typical Neymar! Free kick, but Norway is going.
Bob again. And now they've got support up to the attack with Patrick Berg.
Go!
Norway just quite happy to play keep ball here. Let the clock run down. It's up to Brazil to go and get that ball. They can't just sit back now. Casemiro is an exasperated signal to one of his teammates.
I was going to say, Ian, Norway have to be careful not to just sit and them get over the finish line.
Norway have scored and conceded in all 4 of their World Cup games so far. If they can mend the conceded column, they're going through to the quarterfinals. James Corden and his team will be on at Fox with their fun show tonight, the nightly wrap of the World Cup action. And more besides, that's a midnight local. And they might have quite a bit to discuss from this game. It's no fun for Brazil at the moment. Oh, and that bounce.
Oh,
and that was another magnificent save by Nilan in the end.
That keeper be saving.
Oh my word.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. That keeper be
wonder how that
saving a
stayed out.
lot.
Here comes the cross. Aya gets it away. Vinicius to lay it inside. Casemiro!
Oh my God, Casemiro! Why? Why would you look at the ball and then go?
Casemiro just has to play this along the ground, Ian. If he does, it's a tap-in for Neymar.
Yeah.
You
Why?
see the late
Just
boot
play the
hit
pass.
Neymar
Pass
goes
it.
down.
Just pass the ball to
The earlier
Neymar,
chance
man.
just deflects so awkwardly. Doesn't know a lot about it. Look how quickly he gets his feet set.
Wow.
Fingertip off the...
You just pass
Today.
a little ball.
Bojan Nilan, the 35-year-old
Casemiro, why?
goalkeeper. Haaland's name will get the headlines, but this fellow has been out of this world today. What a save. It looked like he was beaten all ends up by that. And then what was it? The last nail on the last finger onto the post.
Good thing he didn't get a manicure this week.
Oh, you mean, Landon? You're right.
Brother, how did you miss that?
It's Berg, full of running in that midfield. The Bodo Glimt man today. And Brazil have got to get that ball and start doing something with it pretty fast now, as the clock could be counting them out of this World Cup. Bob. Ødegaard again. Corner to Norway, and there'll be no hurry to take it either. He conducts the Viking orchestra behind that goal.
Could have just passed that
But
ball.
just imagine.
Now you're in a problem, nigga. Now you.
The referee will tell them to get on with
Now
this here.
he's in the hedge of getting the fuck out of the
This
league.
World
Couldn't
Cup.
pass the ball.
Time waste. Shouldn't be anyway.
Couldn't just pass the goddamn ball, man.
Is Alsnes.
Just pass. That's all you had
Yeah.
to do. Pass.
Played long. Another shoving match between Haaland and Gabriel, but basically those two have kind of behaved themselves today. They might have even swapped the odd word of banter. Who knows?
All you had to do was just
Don't think
pass.
they'll be on each other's Christmas card list though,
Shit,
somehow.
damn.
Neymar. Vinicius. Could he be the man for Brazil? Goal kick is the decision. Everybody takes another look at their watches. Is the long, long wait to reclaim the World Cup crown going to go on for Brazil? There it is again, the astonishing save from Bojan Nilan. Shoulder up's been brilliant since he came on. Haaland, he wants another one. He's got one! How
Brazil is out. No fucking way. No fucking way. No fucking way Brazil is out. Brazil is
can't help
out
it, can he?
of the
He just can't help scoring.
It is such a joy to watch this man work in.
Brazil is out of
Takes the touch, gets it out of his feet.
Brazil is out.
Gabriel slightly opens his legs. It's the only opening he needs. Sorry, it's Danilo there. Low, hard, on the ground, skipping past the helpless Alisson. Another massive moment for that man. Norway surely going through now.
Touch 26 for Haaland, keeping up his average of 13 touches per goal. He's now level with Mbappe and Messi in the race for the Golden Boot. Casemiro's face tells a story. It's everything they feared in their worst nightmares, especially Gabriel here, that Haaland would undo them. It's what the Brazilian media were worried about, and the nightmare has become reality for them. But what about this from Norway? Can only imagine the scenes in the City Hall
Brazil
Square
is up.
in Oslo, where
Brazil!
thousands of it's nearly midnight there. I think they're going to bed tonight, you know.
This is
This ball really from harshness.
Brazil is out
Wolfer
of
to keep
the
it in
World
play. Surely too much for Brazil to do here. 2-0 down as late as this. Hendrick, that chance he missed, looks massive now. It did at the time. Vinicius. No way through for Danilo Santos. Haaland. And Berg, who's had a brilliant game in that midfield. He really has. It's one of the reasons Bodo Glimt had that big, deep run in the Champions League.
Brazil
He's
is
very
out.
much their linchpin. All his family
Of the
played
tournament.
for the club as well. They call him the royal family at Bodo Glimt. Sometimes in football, you can hardly believe what you're watching. And I think this game comes into that category a little bit.
I'll tell you though, Ian, if you closed your eyes and didn't know who was wearing what jersey, you would say Norway absolutely have deserved this today. This is not a fluke. It's not an accident, not a mistake. All in all, they've been the better team. Yes, they gave away the penalty. It was a bad moment. The big chance by Hendrick, of course. But by and large, they've been as good, if not better, than Brazil today.
Before this, Norway had only lost 2 in 20 matches. Guess what? Haaland didn't play 1 minute in either of those two.
And for all the talk about his goal scoring, you said it, Ian, he is a winner. He does all the little things he does to keep possession
He's out.
really matter. And he's been excellent in that way. Of course,
Just listen to this. His record for Norway now reads 54 matches, 62, 7 in 4. Haaland.
The football masters.
Pretty good question.
I'm not sure anybody.
Well, it's the next job for either Mexico or England. Whoever wins that game coming up next on Fox on this remarkable day. Shelder up attacking that one. He set up the first goal. He's been a live wire since coming on. Tremendous performance and a great decision, you'd have to say, by the coach. Norway are winning the biggest game they've ever played. Quite simple. Ødegaard, he's been magnificent too. Sanderberger across the face of goal. Norway looking to rub it in with a third.
Quick
It's fair to
feet.
say they've out-footballed Brazil here. Ancelotti, his magic hasn't worked this time, and there's going to be a massive inquest, I think, into the way they went about this game, trying to play on the counter, sit back. It's backfired. Simple as.
Well, we saw it with the Netherlands as well, Ian. Just very bizarre.
Come on, Odegaard.
Played this way. It's not the Brazil we're accustomed to seeing. Yes, Ancelotti's a little more pragmatic than most, but this is not the way we're accustomed to watching a Brazil side play. And as I said earlier, the teams that have endeavor and try to go win the game have been rewarded for the most part in these knockout rounds.
7-7.
You also heard me say early on, Ian, that all this
7-7,
possession for Norway
7-7.
might wear out Brazil, and they just look completely exhausted. They can't get around the ball.
I bet you can
This
say
is helping
7-7.
Norway kill off this game where
I bet you can say
you had the energy,
7-7.
could still go chase the game, but they just can't get around the ball right now.
It is one of the oldest Brazil squads that they're fielding at this World Cup. And then there's an argument going on with Odegaard. He won't care. I think he'll just smile to himself. We're 2-0 up here in this massive World Cup game. He's as cool as anything, usually, Martin Odegaard. Brazil are ruffled. Of course they are. You understand, but there's absolutely no point in people losing their rag completely and picking up some kind of suspension. The referees sorted it all out now. Neymar did pick up that yellow just now, by the way, to confirm that. First yellow of the game, by the way. That's quite remarkable in itself. Well, we're going to get the whistle pretty soon now. We're past the 7 minutes that are being added on. And Norway, well, it's pretty much an armchair ride for them now. Hegem with the latest clearance. Clean sheet as well, by the look of things. And Brazil, frankly, on the day, just have not been good enough.
Big up Norway, big up.
Of past years has faded.
Big up
They
Norway.
hoped Carlo Ancelotti would be the man to do it. Not so, not this time for the great coach.
Penalty!
Spot here.
Penalty!
Yeah, I think there's,
Wow.
there's an elbow here from Odegaard, who came on amongst all that. As he jumps for the ball, I think he leads with his arm. It looks pretty clear from here. It's incidental. I don't think he means to do it, but nevertheless, he does elbow him.
It's Ostergaard, substitute. He was loose with the elbow. And Brazil are going to have a penalty kick. Let's bring in Mark Clattenburg here.
I think this comes in the category of very, very soft. If you watch the
I
defender, he's
bet
got
this
his focus on the
shit,
ball, his
I
eyes
bet
on the
Brazil
ball.
is going to
Both
bring a
players come
comeback.
together. I'm not sure where he can
I
put his arm. It actually hits his opponent's shoulder, and that's why the arm goes into his face. I think this is very, very soft, but I'm not sure it'll get overturned by the VAR because it's not a clear error from the referee on the field of play.
And to Casemiro, I'm with you. That is on the soft side.
It's one of those, though, Ian and Mark. If that happens in the middle of the field, it's
Neymar
probably a
Jr.
foul.
Neymar Jr. is taking it.
So
I
it
swear
begs
to
the
God.
question then, should he call it if it's in the penalty area? Because I think he would call that if it
Bro,
was in
if
the
you
penalty.
miss, you're never getting called. I forgot. This is your last one.
We're now going up
Oh, shit.
to the 100th minute. There'll be time added on. Neymar it is with the penalty kick. And with quite a lot to say by the look of it to Milan before he takes it. Goalkeeper saved one penalty today.
Woo-wee! Carajo! Carajo! Oh my God, I can't watch! I can't watch!
But he's not saving that one. Neymar gets himself on the World Cup score sheet and still chats away to Neelan about what I have absolutely no idea. The goalkeeper's been brilliant. It's 2-1, but how much more time can the referee add on?
A good penalty in the end.
He's
That
caught. The
stutter
keeper was
step
off.
again. Gets
He
the
just
other
watched
leaning
it.
the other way and rolls it into the empty net. Question is now, is there enough time for one more chance for Brazil?
Well, it's a lifeline, but it's a very, very late lifeline.
Man, it's over, man.
Neymar's first Brazilian goal since 2023 in a win over Bolivia. Now, how much more is going to be added on here? That's, I think, what Ødegaard wants to know. Big decision by Ismail El-Fath, the American referee. And Norway will expect the final whistle to blow here. And the referee wants the kickoff taken again here.
Not sure what happened there. The frustration for Brazil should not be at the referee. It should be at how they played today. Taking it out on him, which I understand, but it's their own undoing today.
Well, is there one last chance? This will be the greatest of great escapes if Brazil could do it. Casemiro plays it in. Milan holds onto the ball.
Casemiro, why are you doing those
Play down
crap?
long, only allowed to hold on to it for 8 seconds, remember. He doesn't want to make that mistake. Belts it downfield towards Haaland. And the referee does blow for full time.
Norway to the quarterfinal.
On their way to the last 8. Haaland is a hero. The goalkeeper is a hero. And Brazil are knocked out again by a European team. The 5 times champions are going home. Norway's incredible run continues.
every year.
Erling
worry,
Haaland
Brazil.
with both of their goals.
Let's go home.
Only a late consolation
Go
for
home in
Brazil.
peace.
What a story here. If they can make it here, they can make it anywhere, perhaps. It's Norway on their way into the last 8. Let's send it back to Rebecca Lowe in Los Angeles.
Don't worry,
Thank you to
Brazil.
Ian Dark and to Landon Donovan. What a smile he has, Erling Haaland. The biggest day in his nation's history. And a first
so
ever
sad.
World Cup quarter-final for Norway. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Thierry Henry watching on. Ståle Solbakken with his family in tears. Thierry, sum that up if you can.
The story will be, for me, Norway won, not Brazil lost. They went to go to get the game, to get the win. And I have to say, when they needed their goalkeeper, he appeared. When they needed them defenders, they appeared. When they needed their midfielders, they appeared. When they needed Haaland, he appeared. When they needed a guy to come and change the game,
He appeared. Oh my god, that was so sad, bro.
of the bench.
Didn't give results. The changes that Solbakken did gave results. And it seems like Norway was doing Joca Bonito while Brazil was doing Joca. Vikings is through to the next round. And we're enjoying Haaland. I said it before the game, player to watch. Will he go with a game without a goal? Not yet. Another 2 today. He's top scorer with 2, Rebecca.
Yep, Norway had 7 World Cup
With
goals.
who, Rebecca?
Yeah. Oh, with who? Sorry, with Messi and with Mbappe, but he is actually 3rd on that
That's
list.
a yellow card. If
They
you
ha-
would have the referee,
Because of
then you would
assists,
have get a
assists,
red
assists.
card.
Thank you, Zlatan. Mbappe is top because he has the 2 assists. Messi is 2nd because he's done the goals, scored the goals in fewer minutes. But you know, we're split. And now he, of course, has 7 by himself. The emotion on his face, and he looks exhausted, but you always get that smile from him. Tears, though, of course, in the stands from the Brazil fans. And Thierry, I know you believe in, of course, that Norway is the story, but there's going to be an inquest into Brazil. They said before, it doesn't matter how we play as long as we win. They lost today. Are you surprised that this has happened under Carlo Ancelotti?
I'm gonna let the Brazilian press deal with it. The big man came out and said that the only thing is to win. If we win, that's the most important thing. Now, unfortunately for you, you didn't. And he's gonna have to answer a lot of questions about his choices and how he went about it. And like I said to you, I have so much respect for Carlo Ancelotti that I'm not going to go there. I'll let the press deal with what they had to deal with, because that, like I said at the beginning of the game, that will be a catastrophe if Brazil does not go through. But let's stay on this story. Haaland, Norway. That's the story for me. They went about it the right way. And this guy, the two guys right there, if you go from the back to the top of the attack, that will resume how this team played today. Well done. That's the story. Norway won.
Next one is Mexico
and Haaland,
versus
the two
England.
heroes for Norway today. As you saw Neymar on the floor, inconsolable. There he is. A farewell surely on the world stage. For Neymar, but look what they're getting ready for.
Ooh,
the
shall we do it with them? Shall we do it with them?
Ready.
We're gonna wait. Come on.
You guys in the studio get ready. They are getting ready. Do not worry. We are going to bring you the Viking row as soon as we get back. But Brazil make their earliest exit since 1990 out of a World Cup. Norway are into the quarterfinals for the very first time.
Zlatan will pay for the adverts. Can we stay?
So have a look there. You can see Norway's victory takes them into their very first quarterfinal, and they will play in Miami, either Mexico or England, who face each other in a few hours' time. Erling Haaland, the hero with his third brace of this World Cup. He's now scored in 14 straight competitive games. Haaland's Norway record is astonishing. 62 goals in 54 matches. The reaction in Oslo, let's take a look. They're in dreamland. Norway go through the expensive 5-time winners Brazil. We've got